field in the heart of Green Bay. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers.
Ready to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Ready, break.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Hut.
Rough throwing to start us off. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Love from the gun. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Set, clause, red. Check, 60 red. 60 red. Set.
3rd and long for him here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. One drive in, and he's already in line for that ice bath. Took a couple of early hits. It looks like it's affecting his ability to deliver that football.
Yeah, and I'll let you in on a little secret here, Kate. Those defenses, once they get to the quarterback, they usually don't stop.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, team.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Offense in a hurry up here. Looking to throw. Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're going to face 3rd down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Okay,
Right that starts of that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38.
here we go.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Escapes the pocket. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know they're going to keep giving him looks, keep calling pass plays. You cannot survive a game without a completion. But the results so far, yeah, they've been a little bit rough.
Block 40.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. This one taken in by Kraft. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
45. White. Ready?
Once more, it's Love. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Texans get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball.
And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn, the kickoff for Houston.
all set up for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Rolling left, buying some time.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Let's go. 50, green.
Slot man motioned over.
Set.
A second down throw here for Love. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he's going to score a pick six, touchdown Houston. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offense of scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Hut, hut.
Love back to it after the pick. He throws a bullet deep to the right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr.
Intercepted by the Texans. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32.
On the quick, right?
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. Offense in the hurry up here.
34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up
This
3rd
might be a
down.
free play for him. And they got to him for the sack, but I think that they might have had an unfair advantage there, Brock. Sure looked off sides, and we've got a flag. Following that flag against the defense, 2 yards to the marker now on 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Looking underneath here to Mixon. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
All right.
On play action, here's Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Working quickly here.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Going on 3rd down, Stroud. He's going deep this time. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. Stroud's going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Straight ahead is Wilson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's Sheldon Rankins in on the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Let's go now.
Play fake. It's Love. Gets it downfield. On target to Watson. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The end of our opening quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10.
Black 40. Ready?
This is Jacobs running left. They're working a couple yards past the line. The tackle there by Daniil Hunter.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, set. 33, yellow. Ready?
They stick with Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
Downfield near the boundary. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless. He took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Set, hut. Ready.
They'll run. Jacobs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Packers make it a 1-score game in the first half. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Swap. Level swap.
Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Working quickly here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, Stroud. He's going deep. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He's hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
To the air on 3rd and long. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Texans set to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
At their own 20-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 10 black. Set.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Ready,
So
break.
gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Set.
A give to Wilson up the middle. Escapes the defender. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
On the double. Here we go. Here we go.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Down. 45. White.
Give to Jacobs from the pistol. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red. Hut, hut.
Now Love on the play fake. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jalen Reed with the INT.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether. Already.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Mixon gets it again on 2nd down. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. At 18. That's it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Punt team on the field.
And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He has it at the 22. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Set. Blue, 32. Ready.
Back to work after throwing the pick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Set. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. Kraft has it. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15.
Here we go, set. 50, green. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Shot, 17.
The 7-yard line.
Loves to throw again. He completes it in traffic. They're going to stop him after a 4-yard gain. That means 1st and goal is coming up.
4 yards. That's good.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. On now is McManus to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. The half's going to begin with a mix and run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Offense to the line fast.
Down back at the 32.
To the air, Stroud. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. And goes to the hurry up here.
And it's 3rd down.
Stroud looking to throw, 3rd and 2. And he's got it, complete to Collins. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it'll be a first down, Texans. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44.
A gain of 14. First down, Texans.
19. What's up? 19 Texans.
Stroud off the play fake. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Throwing again, it's Stroud. Short pass brought in.
And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Houston.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Houston.
Here's Stroud again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
C.J. Stroud sacked. A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
Here's Stroud. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go. Tony.
Third and long for him here. Finds a seam down the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. So third and 16, no problem for him as they get the first. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
That run good for a handful as it brings up second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
On the ground again with Mixon. They were ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 2. Brings up third down and
Stroud
6.
off of play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 4th down. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Had the lead at the break, and the important thing is really to come out hot in the second half and add to it. Sure, you love touchdowns, but you'll take those 3 points as well.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now. Red, 38. Ready?
To the air with Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
He's not going to escape this. The Texans take him down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Black 40. Ready.
Love now to throw. On the move, headed right. That's completed right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes, Kate. He gets drilled. And QBs know that feeling. When you're letting it go and you get hit, definitely not the throw he wanted. And by happenstance, the adjusted throw still found a home, and that home was his teammate.
Here we go.
Turning to Jacobs on third. This gets the first and more. they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this third quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the fourth. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Check Fury. Down.
Love. Flushed out now to his left. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Check smash. Ready?
A 2nd down throw here for Love. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ready?
Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Ready.
It's inside the 10. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers making a 4-point game here in the fourth. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Running with Mixon out of the gun. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly marked up, too.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Wait.
Shotgun now, 1st round. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
18. Let's go.
Looking to throw. That's caught. This is Kirk. And he's all the way across midfield down to inside that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
This way. Tony.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Offense up to the line fast.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Texans holding on to a field goal lead. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Okay. 18.
He'll throw it. No finding his back. Nixon. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4th.
18. That's it.
Here he is to throw. This one's to Kirk out left side. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
How? That's it. Hut. 18. That's it.
First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, gets the better defenses in this league.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Swap. Another swap.
From the gun, Marks gets it. He will have the Texans first down there, and the celebrations can begin now down on that sideline.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here. Start with 1st and goal.
18. That's it.
Marks. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Love out of the shotgun. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Down. 33. Yellow. Hut.
On second down, Jacobs jukes away from one. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red.
Love from the gun. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. Second down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
6. Random. Here we go. Here we go. Black. 95. Blaster. 6. Ready.
One final shot here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. But no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Texans come away with their own win. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Green Bay.
Don't get put in that blender, hold on.